Today we will be filming a tutorial-based video here at the beautiful fashion bar located in Chicago Water Tower. Thank you to Totale for lending your beautiful space for us to film for today. Today's tutorial theme is going to be modern, future, classic. So we're going to be using a mix of Danessa Myricks, Pat McGrath, Dior of course, and a couple other different Korean-based brands too. Hope you guys enjoy.
I hope you guys are ready to slay. I'm super excited for this very first tutorial. We're here with the beautiful Kim Murray, looking all gorgeous. We're gonna first start off by cleansing Kim's skin. Today I'm using the Glam Fox Rice Niacinamide Cleansing Balm, which I actually discovered at TJ Maxx. Glam Fox is a Korean-based skincare brand which I've been super into lately. It features niacinamide, which helps to balance the skin, and the reason I'm using a balm is because I wanted to clean Kim's skin without stripping of its natural oil and sebum, which can lead to your skin feeling really tight and dry, which is no good before makeup. So I applied a little bit of the product onto Kim's face, massaging it in, and then applied water to a wet rag and wiped it off. The reason you're applying the water because it will emulsify, so that will remove all of the excess oil, debris, dirt, sunscreen, makeup from last night, you name it, while also making sure your skin is super clean and ready for makeup, and obviously she's loving it. We're next going to be going in one of my tried and true favorite products, the Totale Serum by Christian Dior. Guys, this is a lightweight, anti-aging, and hyaluronic acid-based serum, which is all about cellular energy. It features the Langoza flower, which is all about cellular energy, and giving your cells energy to turn over, create new cells, heal and repair, and do all of their cellular functions, and while also anti-aging you, making sure that you look snatched and gorgeous. It also features a super potent form of hyaluronic acid, so you're going to get that instant glow, instant radiance like Kim's having right here, but also binding that water from the environment into your cells, so you're going to be super nourished, great for dry skin, while also in a lightweight formula. You can use this morning and night, but it is perfect for under makeup. The next product we're going to be going in with is the Totale Super Potent Eye Serum by Christian Dior, and check out the applicator. So I repeat, this is an eye serum and not an eye cream, so the molecules in this product are smaller, so they're perfect for the under eye skin, which is very delicate. So using it in sweeping motions, you can help to alleviate puffiness, fine lines, and wrinkles. This is a anti-aging and hyaluronic acid based serum, so you're going to get that instant wake up effect while also that hydration, so it eliminates tired eyes, bags, but also contouring the face, and she's loving it. You can use it with gentle pressure on the orbital bone, under the eye, and I've also seen people sweep it across their cheek and nasal labial folds for a little bit of face sculpting with it. Pro tip, you can put it in the refrigerator to get an additional depuffing and cooling effect if you're into that. And then afterward, you can just take your ring finger and tap out any excess product and you're perfect to go. Next product we're going in with is the Totale Cellular Energy Eye Cream by Christian Dior. So once again, tag teaming with our eye serum, this features the Langoza flower and hyaluronic acid, so you're going to get that additional moisture but also anti-aging, that delicate under eye skin. This is a product that you can use morning and night for that additional moisture, locking in everything into your skin, so fighting against those bags, hyperpigmentation. This is great. But also, if you notice your concealer creasing and cracking throughout the day, this is a great product that you can add to your regimen morning and night. Next, we'll be moisturizing Kim's face with the Totale Cellular Energy Moisturizer by Christian Dior. And yes, skincare is this important. You are your skin. You wear your skin every day. It's the first thing people see, so you have to take care of it using products that are made for you. And this product right here is amazing. Super velvety texture. It comes in two, rich and regular, and it's all about cellular energy and hydration again, giving you that beautiful glowing finish and locking in all those beautiful serums that were used earlier. And she's loving it, of course. You can use this product day and night as directed, applying it to your face, neck, and décolleté. So for our primer today, we're going to be going in with the Dior Dream Skin Perfector. You guys are probably like, AJ, what is a skin perfector to primer? No guys, it's really a skin perfector. You can use it morning and night to lock in your serums, lock in your moisture, and give your skin this beautiful velvety texture, while also fighting against fine lines and wrinkles and hyperpigmentation. I like to apply it in patting motions, and you also can use this under makeup and also mixing it with your foundation to sheer the product out. I always like to let this dry so it soaks into the skin, and of course we have a fan on deck because, you know, we slay around here. Starting off our makeup process, we're going to be going in with the Danessa Myricks Beauty's Groundwork Defining Neutrals palette, which is a multi-use product that you can use on your brows, your eyes, your lips, and everything in between. Such a great product. I'm using a shade that's a little bit deeper than the blonde that she has on her hair to give her brows a little bit of a softness, but also definition. I'm using hair-like strokes, going with the grain of the brows and also an upward motion so it looks super realistic. And I had my first celebrity client ever was T.S. Madison when I was really truly a makeup baby, and she said, you know, you can always tell a makeup artist by the brows, so I always make sure that the brows always are really on point and they frame the face. And let me know if you guys want an in-depth brow tutorial using different products. I want to use this channel to be creative but also educational, so definitely let me know in the comments. So we're going in with the viral Christian Dior lip glow oil in the color mahogany, and she couldn't wait. She said her lips were dying for moisture, and so of course we had to come through and give that replenishment. It features cherry oil, which activates with your pH, give you a beautiful color, and this color is one of my favorites. Gorgeous. Next, we're going to be going in with the Forever Skin Correct Concealer by Christian Dior to lightly sculpt out her brows. I use this to add a little bit of that definition perfect, but we're also going to drag the product down onto her eyelids. So this is going to be the start of the base for our eyeshadow, giving it something additionally to grip to, and I just tap out the excess with my finger. This is also great if you guys have discoloration or hyperpigmentation on the eyelid, as this will neutralize and even it and give your eyeshadows an even base to blend into. Locking in our brows, we're going to be going in with the Dior Onset Brow Gel in the color 32, which is going to add a little bit of color but also hold those hairs, perfecting the brow. For her foundation, we're going to be going in with the viral Dior Forever Skin Perfect Stick Foundation and Kabuki Brush, which has been going viral all over Instagram and TikTok. And let's get into the foundation formula first. First of all, it's a stick foundation, which is medium to full coverage, which gives you a beautiful satin and blurred effect, which means you're not going to be matte, but you're not going to be super glowing. And it's so beautiful because it's easy. You can throw it in your purse, your bag, and go. It comes in a multitude of colors. Mixing it with this Kabuki brush to blend gives you an almost airbrushed effect, and it's so beautiful. The bristles on this brush are super soft and it glides on the face and gives a really effortless and even application. And since I'm that person, I'm just gonna go and tap over with a damp sponge just to perfect it. To start our sculpting process, I'm going to go in with the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer in a deeper shade and start to sculpt out Kim's beautiful bone structure. Applying under the cheekbone using the sideburns, going on the perimeter of the hairline to really sculpt out and carve out the face. I feel like with contouring, it's literally almost like plastic surgery. You can really manipulate the light in people's structures to bring things forward and also to recess things, which what contour really is. Tapping over everything with a damp beauty blender, which still has some of our foundation product on there to give a beautiful even blend, and just taking that time to blend. And I'm going to leave some of this footage in here so you guys can see. And just a little slay tip, when you're blending your contour, blend up and outward. And I don't know if you notice, even with the skincare, all the motions when it comes to blending and massaging, everything is up and outward. It's very strategic. Also, look at our little Pisces moment. 2 Pisces. Once again, you can easily contour coming from the sideburns and blending up. No matter what face shape you have, it will give you a beautiful and sculpted look. Going in with the lighter shade of our concealer, I'm applying it with a brush into the inner corner of Kim's eye. I always start with a concealer that's kind of close to their complexion color, just so we can start the concealing process. And this is a really flexible formula. It's perfect for being under the eye. You don't really have to use a powder unless you want to, and it doesn't crease. And I'm applying it under the eye, onto the high points of her face, her forehead, under her cheekbone to start to cut the cheek down the bridge of the nose. And these are all going to be adding dimension and bringing those features forward. And just repeating on the other side. after we placed our concealer, we're now going to blend everything out with a damp sponge, but still has some of our other product in there, so it will give a nice beautiful blend. And this is the part when the structure and the sculpting really starts to take place. Kim has beautiful bone structure by adding the recession of the contour, then the highlight on the high points. You're really going to see that multi-dimensional aspect come out on her face, which looks beautiful in person and on camera. I'm going to leave the rest of the footage in so you guys can see. And you guys guessed it, yep, another Pisces moment. What can I say? The love is real. I hope you guys are noticing within this footage of me blending how I'm using different angles and sides of the sponge, using the butt of the sponge which doesn't have that much product, then using the side of the sponge which does have a lot of product to get a really even complexion blend. This is really imperative to make everything look super even, soft, and natural. Now we're going to be going in with a brighter colored concealer, which I like to call the brightener. Now this concealer has a different function than the one we're using for concealing and sculpting, as this is going to add that brightness and glam to that inner corner, making you look extra live, extra wig, extra camera ready. And once again, the focus is right in the inner corner, using the tip of the sponge to really get a beautiful blend. Any excess product you can go and tap over the other high points of the face to make everything super uniform. I'm now going to be going in with the Mercier translucent powders in two different shades, translucent medium deep and then translucent honey. And using an eyeshadow brush, I'm going to be applying the translucent honey onto the under eye and her lid. And the reason I'm using a eyeshadow brush is to make sure I use as less powder as possible. I find that people have problems with their under eye when they apply too much powder initially. By setting it is different than baking, and by applying that I can control the product to make sure it's even. Then going over with a powder puff to apply and set the rest of the face. And then using the deeper shade on a angled brush to set her contours. So there's all different approaches to makeup, but my personal approach is less is more when it comes to powder. But you know, tailor it to your wearability, how long you've been wearing makeup, if you have oily skin versus dry skin, and find the right powder and technique that works for you. Next, I will be applying that translucent honey powder strategically in her inner corner. That will be starting the baking process. Yes, so setting and baking are two separate things, and you see I'm keeping it really focused because this will also be the insurance for our eyeshadow to come, so any fallout will be easily dusted away. And it also adds that additional brightness, and the longer you let this powder sit here, the more bright it's going to be. So tailor it to your wearability, whether natural or if you want something dramatic. Or, you know, glam. Taking any remaining product, I'm just going to go over and solidify our highlights, topping over the bridge of the nose and on her forehead. For eyeshadow, we're going to be starting off with the Dior Backstage Cool Neutrals palette. So I love this palette because it comes with 8 shades and a primer, which you can use to cut the crease but also extend the wearability of these shadows. And I'm applying a cooler gray neutral color all over her lid using a smaller fluffy blending brush. And this is going to be our backdrop color for all the other shades we're going to apply later. I do this strategically so it'll give the other shades, liners, you name it, something to blend into. So it makes the blend seamless and super easy, and it looks great in the final look. We're next going to be going in with the Dior Show 24-Hour Eyeliner Stylo in Matte Gray. So just a tip, so if you guys don't like a black liner, you want something a little bit softer for daytime and work, try a gray liner or a brown liner or even a plum. It'll give you a softer look while also giving you definition. So we're using this gray liner right above her crease to give her like a pseudo faux crease. We're going to be channeling a little bit of that 60s twiggy eye with this. And I'm taking a bullet or pencil brush and I'm going to be blending and softening that out, creating that shape. For all my ladies out there that aren't super big eyeshadow pros, you can easily do this technique and get a pseudo cut crease or adding a little bit of bump to your eyeshadow look. So a lot of these techniques that I'm going to be using can be used in wearable ways. Just exchange the colors out, get the brushes, and have fun with it. We're now going to be going back in with the same brush we used to initially apply our transitional color, which still has some of that product, and we're just going to be diffusing and further softening the liner. And just repeating on the other side. I love this liner in particular, and as well as all of the Dior liners, because they really have beautiful color payoff, but at the same time they do not budge. So they're perfect for doing those graphic liner shapes. They're really amazing for adding those faux creases or adding that smokiness to that look that you're really looking for to amplify your look. You know, even for like a daytime look, I would say you can do something very neutral. Adding a little bit of that line in your crease, your outer V, will literally just amplify the look and make it more polished and a little bit more glam. Tailor the colors to your personality and the occasion, and you're good to go. As you see with blending this, it's all about give and take, going back in, softening, adding more, and that's what makes a good eyeshadow application to me. Going back in with our Dior Backstage Cool Neutrals palette, I'm adding the deepest shade into her outer V area just to go and build a little bit more depth. This is great for building that extra definition, but also giving that snatch. And as you see, you're starting to see that faux crease having a lot of more depth and dimension. That's what we're going for. Going back in with the Dior liner, I am starting to build that color and blend it out on her lash line. This is going to give that extra kind of sleepy Marilyn Monroe, Dorothy Dandridge type of effect to the eye. Look at that. Just repeating on the other side, going in with the liner and then diffusing it out with a angle brush to give a soft effect. And I love this approach because you can easily build the color. Next we'll be going in with the Morphe 18CT Matte Essentials palette, and I took a matte black shade and I'm just running it across her lash line, further locking in the liner work that we did earlier and intensifying it. Running it across her lash line and then taking a bullet brush with some of our other product from earlier and just softening it out. And I also have my powder puff here too to catch any fallout from the shadow while we're smudging the liner, because you wouldn't want it to mess up your complexion makeup. Little trick there. And honestly, these liners are so good for smudging. The top part has the product and the bottom has a built-in smudger, so they're really made to smudge and not budge. And I'm just taking the bullet brush with our little bit of leftover product and sweeping it across her lash line to soften it and sweeping it towards the tip of her brow. And what that's going to do is going to connect the liner to her crease to really create that blown out cat-like S type of look, and honestly really shaping the eye. After creating our shape, I just went back in with some more of that matte black eyeshadow so I can go and further intensify in creating that cat-like shape, because I wanted it to have the intensity of a liquid liner but the softness of a powder. So just taking that little bit more product and sweeping it over to a cat-like type of shape and then softening it over with our bullet brush with leftover product. And I hope you guys noticed throughout this whole eye makeup process, I'm not using a gazillion eyeshadow brushes. I'm really using 3 brushes actually. I'm using a angled liner brush, a bullet brush, and a bigger, fluffier blending brush. And I'm definitely a person that I love different brush shapes for different things, but it's crazy what you can achieve an eyeshadow look with just a couple of essential brushes. And I'm just going back in with that matte black eyeshadow and further intensifying the lash line and emphasizing that cat feline eye shape, because yeah, she's fierce. Next we're going in with the Bobbi Brown Luxe eyeshadow in Moonstone, and guys, this is probably one of my favorite like pressed glittery shimmery shadows. It's a beautiful silver champagne shadow that looks great on every complexion. You can use it on your cheeks as the highlighter, on the bridge of the nose, on the eyelid. We're sweeping it over her eyelid to give a little bit of that shimmer, glam, and dimension to this look, and it looks absolutely stunning. It's perfect for bridal and having that little bit of shimmer and drama to your look. Now I'm going back in with our matte gray eyeliner, and I am just lining Kim's waterline, adding to the feline shape before going in with a eyeshadow brush and dusting off all of the excess powder and or fallout that could have gotten on the complexion. And then I'm just taking our sponge from earlier and tapping over everything for a beautiful blend. For mascara, we're going to be using the Dior Iconic Overcurl Mascara, and I will be applying this to Kim's lashes, building her lashes up. For bronzer, we'll be going in with the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalk'r Instant Warmth Bronzer, and we're going to be applying this any place that we did contouring for Kim to bronze and add that additional sun-kissed glow to her skin. This is definitely one of my new favorite bronzing products because I love the warmth and the softness that it gives to a face. Stunning. Yes, Rihanna girl, yes. For blush, we're going to be going in with the Dior Backstage Rosy Gold Blushes in Rosewood and Berry. And I'm doing a technique called blush layering when I'm adding a deeper shade and a lighter shade to give that extra dimension. I'm applying it to the apples of her cheek to sculpt and also kind of hug the cheek. It's going to be merging between the setting powder we used to bake in her bronzer. So look at the placement. And I love this formula because you can get a beautiful color payoff and it's never flat, it's reflective, and she's living for it. And of course, we had to break it down. Nothing but a hoochie mama. For highlighter, we're going to be going in with the Dior Forever Couture Luminizing Highlighter, limited edition in 01. And the packaging, the formula, oh, I had to get my hands on this. Love it. Using the same brush we applied her blush with, we are going to be applying the highlighter to the high points of her face. And oh, look at that. Beautiful, it's soft, and it works on any complexion. I love Dior's highlighters because they're very soft, luxurious, and just gorgeous. Moving on to the lips, we're going in with the MAC Chestnut Liner, which is a staple. This liner looks great on everyone, especially for our people of color. It is a stunning formulation, beautiful brown that works well with glosses, balms, and lipsticks. Definitely one to have in your kit or in your personal collection. And I know not everyone is a lip liner person, but they've been definitely making a comeback on the wrong way and definitely in social media. Using the right lip liner that goes to your complexion or effects will give your lipsticks, lip balms, and lip glosses a whole new life and look. So definitely check them out and try it if you haven't already. So for the center of Kim's lips, we're going to be going in with the limited edition Dior Forever Liquid Lip Sequins in 100. These Forever Liquid Lips went completely viral all over social media due to, one, them being a super great long-lasting formula that you can eat, drink, and everything with, but then also because when you rub your lips together, a beautiful prismatic glitter comes, so they are beautiful. And I really hope Dior brings them back next holiday because they were a stunner and they look gorgeous. Check that out. We're finishing Kim off with the midnight final seal, and there we go. Voila, the final look.
Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Once again, my name is AJ Slates. This is the fabulous Kim Marie. This is our very first tutorial, you guys. I hope you guys loved it. It's gonna be super informative, with this theme being modern, future, classic. Mixing some of the old with the future and the new. Hope you guys enjoyed. Slay.